What's happening with the Gilimanuk-Mengwi Toll Project? That's been going on for a long time. And dengue cases up in Bali. Protect yourself. Stay tuned for details. Welcome to the latest news from Bali and Indonesia. This is May 11th, 2024, and my name is Bruce. And what is the weather like today? Well, it is 31 degrees Celsius and 70% humidity. Wind speed is a gusty 26.4 kilometers per hour. And it is beautiful. The wind is making it a little difficult. I've been watering the garden. My wife is out on another island doing something, and so I've been taking care of her garden, and watering with this really stiff wind today is not the easiest thing to do, but wow, it looks like the rainy season is over, at least up here in Buleleng, or in my part of Buleleng. What about where you are? Okay, as I said, I've been really busy. My wife is over in Sumbawa taking care of some business, and my oldest daughter is here with one of my grandsons, Max, helping me out with my granddaughter, Zoe, while we are here by ourselves. It's amazing how one person of a partnership is gone and things get a little more difficult. And, well, that's what's happening with the absence of my wife. And so, let's get into stories today. Bali police meet residents affected by Gilimanuk-Mengwi Toll Project. What's going on? You may remember, and this was, months ago, I was talking about demonstrations going on from villagers who were affected by the Gilimanuk-Mengwi Toll Project, saying they just wanted to know what is happening. Should they be planting or should they not be planting? Is their land going to be used for the toll road or is it not? What is happening? And they didn't get any real answers. Well, there's another meeting going on, and so let's see what's happening there. So good news has come for people who have long been waiting for the development of the Gilimanuk-Mengwi Toll Road. Even though there are no immediate signs of progress in the field, at the beginning of May 2024, the head of Antasari village confirmed that the project was still continuing within the central government. He said, "We received information that at the beginning of May, construction of the Gilimanuk-Mengwi Toll Road section is still in process by the central government." He added that in the latest meeting with representatives from the Bali Regional Police, the Indonesian PUPR Ministry had confirmed the continuation of the construction of the toll road section in their village. Regarding the affected land, he stated that even though BPN has installed stakes, the land can still be worked on with the possibility of the toll road changing. Nothing like certainty, but the coordinates remain the same. Bali Police Inspector Nyomanyasa emphasized that this activity was part of the preventive efforts of the Bali Police. This is to create a conducive security and social security situation, especially ahead of the international scale event, the World Water Forum, which I talked about in a previous video. During the meeting, it was explained that the toll road is on, but they have to wait for information from relevant agencies. So the government has confirmed that the project will continue as part of the National Strategic Project, PSN. And according to the police, we hope that the public can maintain public security in order and wait for official information from related parties. Any action involving the masses has potential to disrupt conduciveness. And we don't want conduciveness disrupted when there are international tourists here for a big meeting. So what is the news? Well, it's not all that good, really. They haven't gotten any confirmed date. They say May, but it's May 10th. Things are still slightly up in the air as they wait for relevant agencies to give them information. But the government said they are going ahead with it. They are not going to drop it like they do with some projects. And so we'll just have to wait and see. Have you heard that before? And what about dengue fever? Cases of dengue fever are rising around the island, and I'm just going to talk about one section right now, and that's Jembrana In the last 4 months, dengue fever in Jembrana reached 129 cases. Over the last 4 months, the dengue fever in Jembrana has soared. In April, there were 53 cases. In March, 46, February, 18, and January, 12. So, getting more and more. Head of the Jembrana District Health Service said that climate change with sudden changes in hot weather and rain was one of the trigger factors for the development of the dengue-carrying mosquito. Along with this, the risk of dengue fever is getting higher, so it needs to be anticipated together with all elements of society. High community mobility also increases the risk of dengue fever. Dengue fever in humans has several characteristics, namely body temperature reaching 40 degrees Celsius, headaches, muscle, bone, and joint pain, as well as nausea and rash of red spots on the skin. If this happens, you should go immediately to a health center for treatment. According to the head of the District Health Service, every time a positive dengue case is found, it's always followed up by carrying out fogging. And we had fogging here in Kampong-Bugas a couple of days ago. But also, when there is an indication or a suspicion of dengue fever, fogging is carried out in the area where the person concerned lives. Apart from fogging, there's also education to the community. He said, we've coordinated with the Village Community Empowerment Service and villages to educate the community about eradicating mosquito larvae in their home. He explained that efforts to eradicate mosquito larvae are the main key to preventing dengue fever. Meanwhile, fogging only kills adult mosquitoes. The larvae can develop into adult mosquitoes in 2 weeks and transmit dengue fever. Eradicating mosquitoes, he said, must be done from the roots, namely the larvae in stagnant water. Therefore, synergy between society and government is very important. This must be done in all regions. Fogging alone is not enough. The important thing is to get rid of the mosquito nest. And so you want to be careful. As I said before, I've had dengue. It is not pleasant, so take care. And if you have standing water around, you want to get rid of it if at all possible. And what about the World Water Forum that's happening here in Bali? Not going to be a good time to travel around the island. WWF 2024 security involves 5,791 personnel and 1,700 surveillance cameras. Yes, you are on candid camera. The Bali Regional Police are on full alert to secure the 10th World Water Forum, which will be held in Nusa Dua next week on the 18th through the 25th of May. We've divided security into 4 clusters, namely Nusa Dua, Jembrana, Kuta, and Sanur. Each cluster has responsibilities in its own security zone, according to the head of public relations of the Bali Police. The Bali Regional Police not only rely on personnel, but also utilize advanced technology to strengthen security, mainly the cameras that I was talking about earlier. The cameras will monitor every corner of the event location 24 hours non-stop. This technology will help us monitor the situation and detect potential security breaches. Even though the Bali Regional Police have prepared maximum security, Police Commissioner Pak Johnson said he still hopes that the Balinese people will support the smooth running of the event. He said, we apologize if during the WWF implementation there are traffic disruptions such as diversions or traffic jams. The 10th World Water Forum with the theme Water for Shared Prosperity is an important event to discuss various crucial issues related to water. It's estimated there will be around 30,000 participants from 172 countries attending this forum, including a number of heads of state. Wow, this is even bigger than I thought it was going to be. 30,000 people. It's hoped that this forum can produce new solutions and commitments to achieve sustainable and fair water management. This event is not only an important moment for Indonesia, but also for the world in seeking solutions for a better water future. Okay, there have been a bunch of bule behaving badly stuff, people driving their motorbikes into pools. What are wrong with these idiots? And riding around half naked and making commotions in restaurants and shops and other stuff. I'm not even talking about that. Here is some criminal activity that has been going on from our foreign residents here, or tourists. I guess they're foreign residents, really. And what is it? Let's take a look at the first story, which is a big one, been around the local news a lot. Raid, secret drug laboratory in Villa, Canggu. The police arrest 3 foreigners. Now this story is going to have 2 parts. So this first part came out, and then early the next morning, I guess it was yesterday afternoon, I found a second follow-up, and we'll talk about that in a minute. The secret drug laboratory operated at Villa Canggu was successfully dismantled by the National Police Criminal Investigation Directorate for Drug Crimes. The raid was carried out last week on Thursday, May 2nd. Yes, that's right, said the Director of Narcotics Crimes. He said from the raid, the police succeeded in arresting 3 people, all of whom were foreign nationals. Their nationalities were not discussed at this point. The secret drug lab at the villa produced marijuana and ecstasy. He said, we'll wait for complete release. The case is still being developed. And more on this. Amazing facts. Apart from the drug lab factory at the Canggu Villa, there's a marijuana farm on the 2nd floor. The owner is unexpected. A raid carried out on the villa revealed astonishing facts. There was a hydroponic marijuana garden on the 2nd floor, a big one. A drug production factory for meth and ecstasy was found on the ground floor. So this is a little more details on the previous story. According to the villa keeper, whose identity is being kept secret, the villa is occupied by Ukrainian twins. 3 people have been arrested while another person is being chased. The Ukrainian twins are suspected of being delivery men and owners of the drug production machine. So the twins were arrested along with one of their subordinates. So the twins, I guess, are the main bad guys here. Meanwhile, another person managed to escape and is currently being chased by the police. Living in the villa for almost 2 years, the construction inside has been completely overhauled. Wow. They did a job here. The back of the villa is divided into a minimalist 2nd floor, while the 1st floor is used as processing or production room for satanic pills and methamphetamine. Machines for processing ecstasy and crystal meth are on the 1st floor. The top floor is the hydroponic garden, and let's see if I can get an image of that in here. Although it's not been explained in detail, the amount of evidence being secured is being handled by the National Police Headquarters. Head of Public Relations of the Bali Police, Bach Johnson, talked about before, confirmed this case and stated that the case is still under development. Because this drug case involves a network, comprehensive development is needed so that the parties involved do not escape. He said, we will provide further information after the development of the case has been completed. Wow, it's amazing stuff people can get away with here. And some more criminal activities by foreigners. Allegedly, foreigners are engaging in prostitution. Bali Tourism Police intensifies tourism task force. The Bali Tourism Office will re-intensify the tourism task force after foreign nationals from Tanzania and Uganda were suspected of practicing prostitution. Pak Pamayun, talked about many times, said he was very concerned about the incident. He said, what? I'm concerned about it, but this is how it is, and we will intensify the governance task force. He said this the other day. Within the tourist management task force, there are police and immigration. If it is true that foreigners started prostitution, then the do's and don'ts have been violated. Oh yeah, I think so. Later, we will inform you that if it complies with provisions, it will be handed over to immigration. Previously, the head of Nuarai Immigration Office explained that foreigner surveillance activities were carried out last Thursday. Nuarai Immigration Intelligence and Enforcement Team arrested 7 foreign nationals. The head of Nuarai Immigration Office said that this operation means always being alert. This reflects the government's commitment through the Directorate General of Immigration in maintaining national security and order. Based on reports from the public, he said, we carried out surveillance operations in 2 different locations, Seminyak and Kuta. The 7 foreign nationals have been taken to Nuarai Immigration Office for further examination. And so we've got, drug production and prostitution, both allegedly. And, well, the ante is going up. This is just not wearing your helmet anymore. This is a little more serious than that. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for viewing. Be kind to someone today. Stay safe, and I will see you next time.